Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica Wolf, and today I have my results from 21 weeks on Carnivore. And let's just get into it. All right, so 21 weeks of Carnivore. And I'm getting ready to introduce foods this next week, which I'm really excited for. My big thing this week, I did gain some weight. I don't know. I don't know what I did different. I really didn't. But I gained 1.3 pounds. And I'm going to be honest, the first thing I do when I get up is I weigh myself. And that kind of sets the mood for what mood I'm going to be in when I go to take my measurements. So I weighed myself and I'm like, I gained a pound. Okay. And I'm thinking through the week, wondering what in the world I did. So I came downstairs and put on my app and did my measurements. And I lost 2.4 inches. So my mood completely changed around. I don't care about the pound that I gained. I went down over 2 inches. I'm happy. And so I did go through and went through my goals going, hey, I met every one of my goals. I met my sauna goal. I exercised. I closed my rings. I averaged my protein all week. Got my 110 grams in for the whole week. And as far as my steps increased about 1,500 from last week. So on average per day, not just 1,500 for the week, for 1,500 steps per day. On average, I'm closer to 7,500. So I'm closer to that 10,000. And I had a few days that I had over 10,000 steps. And then I was very sore the next day, but I was sore in my leg that spent over a month in a boot. So that leg hasn't been worked very much. So when I do have my days those days that I had my 10,000 steps, I was very sore the next day and I was taking it easier. So I understand that. And I'm having to stretch more, and I'm really trying to stretch multiple times throughout the day to help get that step goal back up. But with being down those few extra inches, that also means I am at an all-time low for number of inches lost. I have, since the beginning of July, I have now lost 13.5 inches. So I'm an inch lower than I was right before my foot went in the boot. So awesome. I'm really happy about that, being able to see that. That was like my biggest breakthrough. So overall, I am down 13.5 inches. And I'm down 13.7 pounds. And I really do think that it has to do with the stall that I had. I really think has to do with the amount of movement and the amount of eating that I was doing. And I know I wasn't hitting my protein goals, and I think that had something to do with it. But I'm just thankful to get back to being able to move. Every day I can do something. I find myself being able to do more. I am excited. I am extremely excited to be able to temporarily go on my tiptoes. I mean, how many people get excited about being able to go on their tiptoes? I never was until I couldn't, right? Until it started hurting and it was painful. And I have to be very careful. I was putting up Christmas decorations, and I had to be very careful about, I have a step stool with the or like a step ladder type of stool, but so the rungs are wider, but I really can't put very much pressure on that part of my foot as I'm going up. So I was on it sideways. Not the most safe thing to do, but I'm like, I just one step, I'll be very careful. And my kids weren't around. Otherwise I would have waited, but I didn't want to wait till dark. So I did that a few times. I'm like, okay, the rest of it can wait until they get home and I have more help. So I waited and all is good. But so that's week 21 and my wrap up for how everything's going so far. And I'm really excited. I have a feeling you guys are going to see lots of posts this next week about egg yolks. So I apologize in advance for my excitement to be able to test out egg yolks, but I'm really excited to be able to have something to add in. And I'm just going to be starting with a very small amount. And then I'm also toying with the idea of doing a live on Thursday nights, just talking about my week and answering questions, especially through December, and then looking at my calendar there going forward, because I am absolutely loving my coaching group on Sunday nights and I want to be more available. So that's an idea I've been tossing around, to just go live and just talk about carnivore, talk about keto, talk about ketovore, and answer some questions for those of you that are new to it, not sure what to do, and thinking, I'm doing everything, but I'm still having these issues. Just to find out there's a few things you might be eating that are sneaking in that you didn't realize. So that's a thought. So go ahead, subscribe, and you'll be notified if I go live. If you're available and you can join, that would be great. I'd love to see you there. All right, well, thank you, and we will see you next week for the next update.